Just spotted two strutters, kind of the direction we're going, so we're just gonna weave through these cedars and try to close it. Evening number one, South Dakota was pretty good. We found birds in public, which is always an awesome thing. We're just waiting for them to start gobbling a little bit more. We've heard two gobbles. One was actually kind of close, and then the other one was a little bit further, but they should really start firing up here in the next 10, 15. Then we're going to head out through this cornfield to not bust them, because the only way to get back out that way is to go under a bunch of roosting spots, we think. So head back to the truck through the corn. But overall, good morning. Good evening. The only thing that's gonna hurt us is tomorrow. There's a lot of rain coming, so we can hopefully at least get a morning hunt in. But tomorrow's supposed to be our main day to hunt, so we'll see. Was a really good morning. It was quick, but those birds, we ended up working up into them pretty close. We were debating whether to be above them or down below, and decided to go down below. And I mean, they were within 100 yards when they flew down. They just worked over to these open hills that we also debated to set up at, but I mean, they were gobbling like crazy at my calls, but didn't come in even though we had 2 hens in our decoys. So we're gonna go up a little higher and start class and see if we can relocate them or some other gobblers we heard this morning.
Pretty solid morning, but no luck. Lots of birds out here. We are now heading to the truck because the rains are coming. Don't want to be stuck out here when it starts pouring.
Alright, we just spent some time trying to get some permission on private. We failed. So now we got about an hour and a half left in South Dakota to try to kill a gobby before we have to head to Wisconsin. So we're gonna work these hills. It's windy. We're hoping that they're just strutting down in one of these haulers. So we're just gonna work the fence line, just cover as much ground as we can this hour.
Loud.
You ready?
Yeah.
We called it quits in South Dakota. Driving by our piece of public, we saw birds right on the edge of them. We're gonna make one last go, see if we can get it done. What you got, Jake? Just filled South Dakota. Filling the people. Oh man. You saw the stalk. Slowest, most tedious stalk I've ever probably had on a turkey. Just finally made it to this last group of cedars that I would have been able to get into without being seen. These birds were as close as they were, as close as they could be to this big timber here, and they were about 45 yards was the closest I could range them at. And thought it was the tom the whole time when I was ranging him. He was strutting, and then I saw him go down. I was looking like for specific for him to strut again or something, but ranged it on the closest male I could see, drilled him 45-yard pin right on him, and he went down right away. Ended up being the Jake, one of the Jakes that was in the group, which is awesome. But can't believe it, got done South Dakota. We were leaving. This is the 4th quarter bird right here. Wow. I'm super pumped. This is definitely the hardest turkey I've ever worked for. First public land bird, first out-of-state bird for me actually. I haven't killed on Kansas yet, but I mean, I would have loved to take a tom, especially on public land, but you know, I'm super happy. I worked so hard. Last couple of days we just put it in. The weather hasn't been great. It's windy as heck today. Spotted these as we were on the road to leave, and I mean, I'm just thankful that we were able to get it done.